So his mom is one of the Republican Party's most famous women, and now Nikki Haley's son, Nayland Haley, is speaking out with a warning to his party, saying, quote, "My issue is that the Democrats are listening to the younger people, and it's time for the Republicans to do the same." Gen Z conservative activist Nayland Haley joins us now. Nayland, thanks for getting up this morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
So Charlie Kirk had this to say about young people embracing socialism. I want to play this flashback for you. Let's watch it.
How do we get more young people under the age of 35 to have equity in the system?
Yes.
Not the Democrat version of equity where they want to have redistribution, but actually, are they paying a mortgage? Do they own stuff? Or are they permanent renters? A permanent renting class in this country is the prerequisite, is the leading ingredient for radical politics that nobody wants to see. We need to reinvigorate the ownership economy. And then all of a sudden, when you own stuff, you're less likely to burn down a Wendy's and vote for candidates like Zohran Mamdani.
So, Nayland, what do you think about that?
Well, the goal, at the end of the day, the goal of every generation is to leave it better than you found it, right? And not only are we not doing that, we're going in the opposite direction. It's getting worse. I think the first step our leaders need to do is admit that we have a problem. And right now, I haven't heard any Republican leaders talk about the issues that young people are facing. Congress has been nothing more than a glorified nursing home. They either don't know the problems that we're facing or they're ignoring it. And to be honest, I don't know which one's worse. You look at jobs. 1/3 of recent college graduates are unemployed. My friend group graduated, all with great degrees in great schools, and not one of them has a job, not one. So it's frustrating because they did everything that they were supposed to do. They put in the time, the effort, the money to get educated, and they don't have a job to show for it. They have to compete with foreign workers who are willing to work for half their salary and AI, which is a supercomputer, you know? So how can we compete with that? You look at the housing market. And the average first-time home buyer in America is 40 years old now. 5 years ago, it was 33. My parents bought their first house for $90,000 in the late 90s, and now it's probably worth over $400,000. So we're facing a lot of issues, and I think some things that we need to do is we need to ban H-1B visas, make sure corporations are hiring a certain number of Americans, and make sure they act in the interest of the American people, not just for themselves. I think that we need to stop subsidizing illegal immigrants for housing and instead maybe look into subsidizing Americans for first-time home buyers for housing and not allow corporations and the Chinese Communist Party to buy entire neighborhoods of single-family homes.
So, Nayland, you hit a lot of points there. And I think one of the things that has not been addressed by a lot of Republicans is they feel like a lot of young people just want free stuff. But you're speaking directly against it. You're saying these young people, they actually work very hard. They've gotten a degree, but they feel like the American dream isn't attainable to them. What would you say about that?
Right. No, that's absolutely correct. It feels like it's getting less and less attainable with each passing day. And look, I don't like socialism, but we also need to acknowledge that you can be against free market neoliberalism and not be subscribed to Mamdani-style socialism. Capitalism is a very broad thing. We need it to work for the average everyday American, not just for the elites and corporations. And when you look at Gen Z, over half of Gen Z has positive views of socialism. And it's because socialists, the Democratic socialists, are actually reaching out to young people. So if the Republicans do that, which they need to do, it may stop a lot of kids my age from becoming socialists and from going to the Democrats.
It's a powerful conversation, one that I think needs to be had. I wish we had more time, Nayland. Hopefully you'll come back on the show.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.